Good morning, boys and girls. It is time for our next episode into the lore of the starting areas for all the WoW races. Last time we did the troll race, which was pretty funny because I had to speak in Jamaican text, not necessarily accent, but just reading the mon and dis and stuff like that. It was quite good. But now we're going to be doing the Blood Elf. We're rolling with Monk because this is one of the only classes we haven't played yet. But yeah, let's get to it.
The past few years have seen unprecedented changes within the eternal land of Quel'Thalas. The Blood Elves, following the will of their crazed leader Kael'thas Sunstrider, channeled dangerous, chaotic magics to transform their sacred Sunwell into a gateway of unspeakable evil. While Kael'thas and his demonic masters were eventually defeated, a different kind of transformation occurred within the Sunwell itself, as a dying Naru sacrificed its life essence to reignite the Sunwell into a fount of holy energy. Now, the Blood Elf Regent Lorthamar Theron sees a new hope on the horizon for his people. Over time, the Sunwell's light could cure the Blood Elves of their cursed state, but many still cling to the arcane powers they've procured and are hesitant to relinquish them. As one of the remaining Blood Elves, you must fight to protect Quel'Thalas and help redeem the soul of your ancient people.
Alright, Magicix Aaron, how you doing? The sooner you begin your education, Steel, the better for us all. There's little room for error, so listen closely. The burning crystals, the green floating objects to the west of the Sunspire here have long been used to power the Isle's experimentations. The mana worms were their guardians, but the scourge invasion of Quel'Thalas has driven them errant from our lack of magical control over them. There's little choice but to send their numbers for reclamation. Do this, then return to me.
The reckoning is at hand.
Let's go kill some mana worms. Magicix Aaron, I am back.
State your business.
You have successfully completed your first task. For that, you are to be congratulated. Such success gives me faith that you will return out better than the other young blood elves who failed to heed the lessons of their masters. Continued success will be rewarded not only with knowledge, but also with tangible rewards as well. Your work here, however, is not finished. There is much more to learn, my young friend. Your effort has made something clear that, honestly, I wish were not true. The unchecked power of the burning crystals has maligned a much larger swath of the Isle's natural balance. We must now take on more unfortunate measures to reclaim control. The nearby lynxes have succumbed to the influence of the crystals. They must be put down. Bring their collars, Steel, as I may yet be able to fashion a magical restraint to turn some back from being uncontrolled.
Keep your wits about you.
Alright, so now we go kill some lynxes. Magistrix Aaron, I'm back killing the lynx. It gives me no pleasure to ask you to destroy these beasts. While in times past we have lived in relatively harmony with woodland creatures, these are different times. The first order of business for all Sindori is survival. Make sure you remember that. The tower and surrounding areas should now be relatively secure, though only for the time being. You have done well in providing us with a buffer of security, but we will need to reassess control over the entire isle if we are to survive here in the long run. This will involve tackling much greater threats than errant mana worms and lynxes. Take this, Steel. You will no doubt make good use of it for the task to come.
We will have justice.
You are to report to my assistant, Lanethel Brillian. He will instruct you on what he needs to do to be done next. While we here at the Sunspire will continue to reign in the burning crystals, you will be focused on a more pressing matter concerning Balfurian's Academy. Lanethel will explain fully when you speak to him. Simply walk west of here along the path and you should see him standing close by. Good luck, Steel. Your continued successes shall be rewarded.
Be ready for anything.
As we leave Magistrix Aaron, a bunch of people want to talk to us all of a sudden. So let's go talk to them real quick. First one up is the well-watched Solarian. Well-watcher Solarian. The Shrine of the Dalthramere. Day after day, I stand here watching, waiting. I've been accused of dwelling too much on our past while my eyes look to the horizon. But it is my firm belief that each visitor to this island should honor those who have sacrificed all so that they may continue to do so. Dathramir Sunstrider was our first king. He led us here from Kalimdor. Where is that? Kalimdor through the Maelstrom. Seek out his shrine to the west and do not return to me until you read the plaque upon it in his honor. I'm having a hard time this morning. Solarian's belongings. With all the chaos happening here at the Sunspire, I haven't had a chance to collect my belongings. I've left outside at various places on the isle. I must maintain my vigil over the Sunwell here, so I'll ask you to collect them in my stead. I need my scrying orb, my scroll of scourge magic, and my journal. Use a satchel for some extra space, as many things are rather bulky. Return them to me, and I'll give you a little something. You know the effort. You can keep the satchel as well. Cool. All right, get a bag out of the idea, I guess. Arcanus Ithanos wants to speak with us as well. It's a shame that we've lost control of many of the creatures here on the island. This was once a tranquil place of study and research. Now it is all we can do to keep from being attacked by our own creations. I'm going to offer you a chance to receive a magical boon in exchange for some collecting work on your part. Bring me a stack of arcane slivers that are found on the mana-using creatures of Sunstrider Isle. I will cast a spell on you that should aid you in your adventure on the Isle.
Farewell.
Okay. Man, I get a lot of questions at the start of the Blood Elf one. Arcanus Helion.
Glory to the Sindora.
If there is only one lesson you deny to remember from your time on Sunstrider Isle, let it be this. Control your thirst for magic. It is a thirst unending. Still, what you absorb must be controlled and released via arcane torrent. Failures to become one of the wretched. Hopeless, addicted, and insane. Seek out mana worms, unleash your arcane torrent upon it. Learn to master your power. When you have sufficiently released an arcane torrent, return to me.
Shorel Aran.
Alright, so I have to arcane torrent something, which is my ratio. Oh, and I wasted it. I meant to move it. Do it later. Let's go talk to Nathaniel Perlian. Lanathil, I'm here. What do you got for me, buddy?
We will persevere.
Magistrix Aaron told me you'd be along quick enough, Steel. The Fascinating Academy to our west, the huge floating building with the ornate spires is in bad shape. You're going to be leading the effort to recapture it from one of the wretched, a blood elf who has forever succumbed to their basest cravings. I hope you're ready to work. This is not only going to be a lesson about danger, but also of what happens when you forsake the realities of who you are.
We will have justice.
Before sending you to the academy, I want you on another task that needs to be dealt with immediately. Once used to aid us in the gardening of Sunstrider Isle, the bestial tenders now have grown out of control. Clear them out with due haste, but be warned their lack of control has made them aggressive. It is such aggression that forces us to put down these once gentle servants. It doesn't please me to ask you to do such a task, but survival is survival. I'll mourn later.
Time is of the essence.
Alright, so we have to go kill some tendies as well. Alright, well, let's go do these 5 quests real quick. I'll be right back. You have discovered the location of the shrine. Upon further examination, you sense a stronger pulse of the strange power that has gripped the isle. You feel a bit uncomfortable standing by the shrine and perhaps a little disturbed. The bronze placard along the side of the shrine reads, "Here stands the shrine of Dathramir, fitting tribute to a noble elf. Let all who gaze on this monument remember his sacrifice for our people and his dedication to the cause of continued survival. All who prosper in Quel'Thalas do so thanks to him."
What business have you?
Well, the deaths of the tenders give me no joy whatsoever. It does show me that you're ready for the most important task you'll do here on Sunstrider Isle. Take this and put it to good use. You'll need good items and sharp wits for the task ahead. Our reassertion of control over the Isles depends on it.
Yes.
Betrayer of our people resides atop Valerian Academy to the southwest. Feldrin is his name, and he was banished from Blood Elf lands for failing to heed the warnings of our teachers and elders. He is the worst of our society as he lives only to feed his insatiable magical addiction. He refused to learn control. He is shell of his former self, one of the wretched, and he is a threat to the Sunspire. Destroy him and the race he uses as minions.
Hold your head high.
Let's go turn in the other quests before we go do that stuff.
Lotar.
What business have you?
Arcanus Alien, you've done well today, Steel. Your willingness to learn shows that you may very well rise above the undying cravings you must endure as a blood elf. Rest not on your laurels, young one, but instead seek to master what you have learned. Only through diligence will we as a race survive. Take this, and may be of some use to you. Go now and bring glory once more to our people.
Stay the course.
Arcanist, I'm back.
Victory lies
Many of the
ahead.
creatures here on the isle were at... What?
Remember the Sunwell.
Okay. I don't know what that was. Very odd. Well, we're skipping that. Something about the creatures being all crazy and stuff. Solarian, I have your belongings, and we saw Deathramir's shrine. How you doing, buddy?
Anaria Shola.
Ah, Steel, thank you for sharing your experience at the shrine of Dathramir. First off, you should be commended for your sense of duty and respect. It will serve you well not only here, but in all of Azeroth as well. As for the odd sensation, it is no doubt a contributing part of the taint that has been fallen Sunstrider Isle. We shall keep an eye on it. Thank you for alerting us.
Farewell.
Have you had a chance to find my belongings? Once we reassessed our dominance over Sunstrider Isle, I will need them to work. For now, though, I must maintain my watch over the Sunwell, or what remains of it. Well done. I knew you'd be perfect for the task. Once it is safe to make sure use of our outdoor facilities are on the island, I'll be putting these things to good use. Like I mentioned, please feel free to keep the satchel. Also, you may find this piece of armor to be useful. Consider it ample compensation for a simple task performed.
We will have justice.
Alright, now let's head to the tower, because I think that's one of the last quests we have to do. Since these didn't give any better ones. So let's go kill Feldrins and bring him his head and kill some wraiths. Let's roll. Tainted arcane sliver. You found an odd sliver of crystallized mana on the corpse of the tainted arcane race. This sliver is different than others. You may have seen it. It is a dark and sinister looking as the wraith you looted it from. Just holding it gives you a sense of unnatural foreboding. Arcanus Alien at the gazebo on Sunspire on Sunstrider Isle just might be someone who might have use for this. All right.
Your friends will not long mourn your pastor.
Canis Heliana, I have a interesting thing for you.
Anaria Shola.
From your demeanor, you seem to be on a matter of some urgency. Is there something specific I can assist you with? This is most interesting, and when I say interesting, I mean more disturbing than anything. Our efforts to reassess control over the Isle in the time following the destruction of the Sunroll has been a challenge. I suspect that whatever foul source is corrupting the Isle is at the heart of it all. This sliver may be something to some aid in uncovering what really is going on. You were wise to bring this to me, Steele. Take this as compensation for your diligence. Thank you.
Keep your wits about you. We will persevere.
Heed well this warning. Fairland the Banished is only a symptom of a much larger problem. His demise will solve our immediate concerns, but all Blood Elves share the potential same fate as him if we will let our addictions get the best of us. Eldrin's head?
Time is of the
I
essence.
skipped that on accident. Matrix Aaron wanted you to head over to Silvermoon City in order to aid our reclamation efforts there. That is, once you have successfully addressed the situation at Felarian Academy, you did not disappoint us, Steele. On our way to the Falcon Wing Square south of here, you should speak with Outrunner Elarian. She's not far from the bridge. The Outrunners take care of shuttling goods between here and the mainland. Since you've proven to be so resourceful, they could be assistance. Use your assistance. Alright, let's head out. I think we're almost done with this area. Let's roll out and see what the Outrunners have to say.
Our enemies will fall.
Well, hello there, monk. I heard that a resourceful young blood elf formerly in the service of Magistrix Aaron might be making their way down here to help us Outrunners out. We certainly welcome the help, especially from someone who's proven to be so competent. I hope you're interested in running an errand or two. Hard work being an outrunner between Sunstrider Isle and the Falcon Wing Square. Tight deadlines, long hours, and worst of all, the wretched. The road south goes through the ruins of Silvermoon. The place is crawling with wretched, ready to kill you for a few mana crystals. Fortunately, I think that's what happened to the last outrunner we sent with one of Aaron's packages. I see you're eager to prove yourself. Venture into Dawning Lane and see if you can find any traces of the outrunner.
Death to all who oppose us.
The Outrunner's belongings have all been stolen with the exception of one package. It seems to match Alarian's description of Aaron's package. You take the package and confirm that it indeed comes from the Magistrix Aaron. Alarian would probably want you to bring it to her. Outrunner Alarian, I've got the
What
package.
business have you?
What did you find, Steele? By the Sunwell, that's the third Outrunners we've lost this month.
We will have justice.
The death of another Outrunner is a true tragedy, but it's a risk we all accept when we take the job. Magistrix Aaron at the Sunspire needs to get this package to the inn in Falcon Wing Square, and she needs it there as soon as possible. We're short-handed, and I don't have anyone else available that can cover for us. I'm not going to lie to you. The path of Falcon Wing Square can be extremely dangerous if you leave the safety of Dawning Lane. Do you feel up to the task, Steele?
Death to all who oppose
Yes,
us.
I do. Let's go deliver some packages like Death Stranding. Innkeeper Delarian, or yeah. Innkeeper Delarian, I'm here with the package you need.
Everything has a price.
Welcome to my inn, monk. Am I to understand that you have something for me? Thank you. I do appreciate the prompt delivery. While you're here, please make yourself comfortable. If you haven't done so already, feel free to get a hearthstone and bind it to yourself here. Using a hearthstone will allow you to recall to the inn once every half hour. If you lose your hearthstone, simply return to any inn and innkeeper will gladly get you a new one. Oh.
Stay the course.
Alright, well that was the opening, or the starting area lore for the Blood Elves. Essentially telling us about our mana addiction and we need to make sure we stop it, and so we don't turn into wretched. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, leave it a thumbs up. If you like the content I'm putting out so far, hit the subscribe button. And if you have any advice or games you want me to play in the future, just leave it in a comment below. Thank you guys and have a good day.